my name is Ali. I've been teaching English for about 21 years now. I've been working at Discover English for 6 years. So this is one of my favorite books, Complete Guide to IELTS. I use this quite a lot. Grab one of these because we need to test. All right. I'm an examiner for IELTS and for Cambridge exams, and I've also just finished my Master's in Applied Linguistics from the University of Melbourne. In my experience as a teacher and also as an IELTS examiner, I can tell that Japanese students mainly struggle with pronunciation and also stress patterns. So those are the main two things that they lose scores, because they think not speaking in class is being polite. So they're not practicing the pronunciation and stress patterns. So that's why they're getting a low score in IELTS. And also then when they're speaking in the Australian society, people cannot really understand them sometimes. To improve your pronunciation, you need to start practicing and stop being too polite. We are going to introduce some apps and some resources that can help you while you're waiting for the borders to open. First of all, I would like to introduce a very good dictionary, which I have been using in my classes for the past 10 years. This dictionary exists both as an app and also as a website. You can have a look. So as you can see here, when you look up a word in a dictionary, a good dictionary should give you a lot of things. Things such as frequency. So these three dots show how frequent this word is. S shows whether it can be used in speaking or in writing. And there are so many other details. And of course, you can also listen to the pronunciation of the word, both in British and then here in American
Education.
English. Okay, so this is the number one app that I would recommend for people to use. As I said, this is the website. I personally prefer the website because it's more colorful, but the app also exists. All right, and the next resource I want to introduce is the ABC Education. This is a wonderful resource for people who want to better understand Australian culture, and also if you're interested in media, learning English through videos and audio, this is great. Of course, there's a lot of readings people can do as well. There are lots of activities you can do. There are games, there are articles you can read, there is audio and video. And I would highly recommend people to get into this and to try to find out culturally what Australia is about and how they can learn their English. So this is very controlled. So you can also choose your level and start your journey before coming to Australia. Okay, and one of my favorite is the Instagram. I know a lot of people are on Instagram these days. As you can see, it's called English Corner Australia. This is an Instagram page that I have created myself for students in Australia, because when people come to Australia, they find it difficult to understand Australian accent, Australian slangs, vocabulary, and the way of speaking, and also abbreviations. So what I have done is I have collected all of these audio and video resources from Australian media. So while you're watching TV, you will see a lot of these people in the media. You can simply go through these posts and start learning vocabulary and idiom and Australian slang or abbreviation. I find this very useful because it's Australian. Your ears get used to Australian accent, and you can also learn a lot of vocabulary and grammar. These apps and these resources that I've just recommended will help you a lot during your time in Japan. The more exposure, the more contact you have with any language, the better you become at it. So very similar to Japanese, you have been in touch with it since you were born, with your mom, television, uncle, everyone around you. It's the same thing with English. So the more you immerse yourself with English, the more you hear English and you see it, of course, the better your language becomes. So in my experience, people who do this before they come, they start learning English a lot faster than people who just come without any preparation. Remember, preparation is key. I would definitely suggest that. Well, it's real. I mean, that's very simple. So because it's real life, I've tried to learn Japanese online. It's not going to work. Look, it's a good start, as I said, but it's not enough. Okay, it's like trying to, I don't know, have a good body without going to the gym. Yeah, you can watch videos online, you can practice a little bit at home, but you need to go to the gym, you need to swim. So it's the same thing, I would say. And also, because it's real, so if someone is speaking to you in English, you have to respond really quickly. Whereas in videos, online, you are relaxed. You're like, okay, so I'm gonna play it again and again and again. But in real life, you can't play it again and again. So I think there is a lot of advantage in studying on campus. Apps are not enough. Resources are not enough. It's a combination of everything. All right, so last but not least, from Discover English, letting you know that we really miss you here in Australia and look forward to seeing you as soon as the borders open. Meanwhile, my suggestion is just keep going through those resources and try to be a bit more engaged and less shy. And we'll see you soon. All right, have a good one.